trying to figure out how to get back to this screen. Right as I was putting it in the holder, it like went to another screen and like was starting a totally different video. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I swear one of these days I'll get this figured out, but it's like just the slightest touch of the screen screws everything up. So, whew, I was having a panic attack. So I hope you guys are having a great day. It's Tuesday, February 24th, 2026. And it's 7:01 p.m. Eastern Time. This is Lisa Freeman coming to you live from stampingwithlisa.com. Welcome, everybody. I know some of you guys are digging out from the snowstorm yesterday. Or day before yesterday. It was, when was it? Sunday. We got about a sprinkling, maybe half an inch to an inch. Not too much, but it was so windy. It was like a hurricane almost. We had like 40 or 50 mile an hour winds. Everything was just blowing around and it was crazy. So, but luckily we didn't get the snow, but I saw a lot of you guys did up on the upper northeast, like New York. So I hope you guys are digging out. I saw somebody on a YouTube video. He opened his door and it was like, it looked like 5 or 6 feet of snow. So he was shoveling just to get like out the front door. I was like, man, I can't imagine ever having that much snow. But let me say hello. Hey, Trina. Hey, Tony. Hey, Regina. Hey, Marva. Hey, Lynn. Hey, Cindy. I'm trying to catch my thing as everybody's scrolling by. Hold on. I gotta go back. Hey, Amy. Hey, Therese. Hey, Carol. Oh, you gotta leave. Oh, sorry, Amy. You gotta miss class. Darn it. I got a funny story, too. It says we're supposed to get some more snow later, like this weekend or next week or something, but I don't know. They've only been right one time, and it wasn't even that really right, but they've said a lot of times we're having snow and we get nothing. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Tracy. Oh, I already said Tracy. Hey, Hilda. Hey, Ginger. Hey, Robin. Hey, Judith. Hey, Christine. Hey, Joan. Hey, Karen. Let's see. There, Ohio made the national news. I don't watch the news, but I just kind of pick up bits and pieces from like Facebook or YouTube. Hey, Patricia. Hey, Julie. Hey, Bina. Hey, Marie. Hey, Diana. Hey, Sally. Hey, Mario. Hey, Carol. Hey, Laura. Hey, Elizabeth. Hey, Lisa. And Lisa, 2 Lisas on here tonight. Hey, Vicky. 17 inches. That's a lot. 1.5 feet. But some people got, I mean, their whole car was covered. Like, you couldn't even see the car. So, you know, that's like 6 feet at least somewhere. I think it was New York. But anyway, this is what we're making tonight. So this is a fun fold, like book binding. And then you open it up and it's an explosion card. So we got the pop up. So here's the other one. So I thought I'd do a fun fold for you guys. Now, I thought this paper was retiring, but I don't think it is. Because I was looking up, I swear it's like one day you think it's retiring, the next day it's not retiring. So I think the stamp set and the dies retired, but the paper is still here. But I could have sworn I saw it on the last chance list, but now it's not. So I don't know. And this paper's new, so that's not retiring. But it's hard to keep up. And this is a not brand new, but pretty brand new. Prayers and Promises. I've used this a lot. I think this is a great, great set to have. You always need these, unfortunately. You know, there's always stuff going on. So you would need these, but it's great because you have something you can put like on the front, and then you also have stuff to put on the inside. So that's what we did. So on this one, I've got So Sorry for Your Loss, and then on the inside, I have that. But I loved these cards, and they're so easy. You're just going to be like amazed at how easy these are. I've made these before, but it's been quite a long time ago, probably like at least about a year. So I thought I would do it again. But this is, I had 2 people email me and say it's not available, but I checked yesterday and today, and it did say it was available. So now it could be not available right now, but it was this morning. I got a bunch of Happy Mail and more Valentine cards. This one is from Valerie Fitzgerald. And this is cute. Fun fold. Love it. Isn't that cute? I don't have those heart dies. I should have saved the ones from last year. Those were really, really cute. Then I got one from Nancy Ross. Love this. And I totally forgot about this stamp set. And then I've gotten a couple cards lately. And I'm like, I don't know why. I've only used it one time. And it's not retiring or anything. So I need to get it out and use it. But it's gorgeous. And Nancy, that is my email, stampgirl2@cox.net. So I'm not sure if maybe you just typed something wrong. She said she emailed me and it didn't go through. But that's my email. This is from Robin Niebert. Love this one. Can't get it open. There we go. She sent me a nice long, I love that little piece of paper there. Very nice. And then I got this one from Cindy Reed, and she sent my mother one too. This is gorgeous. Now this is like the one we did, kinda, except she did a fun fold, and it's an easel card, and I love that. So she did that arch, like stack, cut, and shuffle technique that we did on the video like a week or 2 ago. But then she changed it to an easel card, and I just love that. Isn't that cute? So I'm going to totally have to copy that and do it again. And I love that paper. I think it's the old paper we used to have. The, oh, she said it somewhere. Here it is. Regency Park, yeah. It was Regency Park paper. I used to love that paper, and there's a punch that went with it. But I love this card. So I'm definitely going to have to make that one. And then this one is from Kimberly Dorsey. Cute. And she sent me, now this one was full of confetti. And I didn't realize it till I pulled it out, and now it's all in my couch. I was like, oh my gosh. So that's that. Then this one I love because this is a cute idea. And this is from Connie Horsch. And she said, remember the day we were talking about the top note die? And she said, here's a fun project using it. I thought that was adorable. So she just took like three of them. Yeah, 3 of them. Just glued them all together and scored it in half. So there's one here, and then one in the middle. Score it in the middle and then make an owl. I think that is the cutest thing I've ever seen. And I never saw that when we actually had it. But I think I'm pretty sure I still have mine. And then this one is from Cindy Schmidt. Cindy sent me a box full of empty stamp cases, so I can put my stamps in the old cases instead of the new packaging, because I'm just not a fan of that new packaging. I like having something bigger and have more room to stick all my stuff in there. So love that. So thank you guys so much, and thank you for sending some to my mother. She just gets so excited. Almost every time I go see her, I have at least 1 or 2 cards. But one day I went over there and I didn't have any cards. It was like not long after Christmas, and she goes, there's no cards today? And I said, no cards today. And she was like so sad. So she really, really appreciates the cards. Okay, so this is what we're making. And then don't forget, we have the card kit. So a lot of you guys took advantage of that free shipping, and you'll get this card kit in the mail in next week, because I'll be doing these this weekend. It's hard to believe this month is almost over because there's only 28 days in it. So this is a fun fold also, and it's called a pocket card. And you could put, you pull it out, that's what's in it. And it's a little pocket, so you can put a gift card in there if you want to. But that's for orders of $100 or more before shipping and tax. And let's get started. Don't forget, we still have the joining special going on also. So you get the free positioner and $125 of product for only $99 and free shipping. All right, we're gonna be doing the pink one first. So you need a 6x6 piece of designer paper. So I'm using the same paper, but we'll have this side showing for the inside. So that's just the back of that piece. So you need 6x6. Then here's the base of the card. It's 4 1/4 by 11. So you cut it this way and then score it at 4 1/4 and 5 1/2. And then we've got 4x4 of the Floral Charm. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm missing a piece. Wait a minute. Oh, here it is in my box. Forgot this piece. This one is 1x4. Somehow that got lost. Okay, so here we go. All right, so we've got a 4x4 and the 1x4. So the 4x4 goes here, the 1x4 goes here, and it was together, and I cut it apart. So you can see it was like one piece, like that, and I cut an inch off the top so that it will kind of just blend right together like that. So there's those two pieces. And then I have the inside piece is 3x3 white. So that goes there. And then I have my punches. Now I already punched these out, but it's 1 3/4 and 1 1/2. And this is just another piece of designer paper from that pack. I just picked a different one. You could use this one, but I have used so much of this, I really don't have hardly any left. So I have a bunch of the other ones. And then this is just a scrap. I think it's about 1/2 inch wide, and that's what I'm using for, this was kind of an afterthought. I was like, it needs something in here, but I didn't know what to put. So I just grabbed a piece of this paper, designer paper, and we're gonna put that right there on the side. So I'll just put that right there. All right, so get a screenshot of that. And we'll make this one first. Oops, I messed it all up. Wait a minute, there we go. All right. Cindy, you'd like the new packaging? I don't know, mine are just getting like beat up. Because if I pull it in and out so much, because like this one's not bad, but when I have it, I've glued mine in here like with the, this is what I did. So I glued, I stamped it so I would know what stamps go in there. And then I put tear tape on each side. And then when I put the stamps back, like if I put this one back in there, I put it on this side and then I shut it. And it's really just kind of messing up my packaging. So at first it was like, okay, that's cool. But then the more you use it, the more messed up it gets. And some of my sets, this piece of paper here looks like a mess. So I'd rather have it without that. So that's why I really don't like it. But yeah, and I like the magnet, put magnet sheets in there too. Isn't that cute? I love this. Lisa says she put confetti in a card she sent her daughter years ago. Then her daughter called all pissed off because she didn't have a vacuum to clean it up. Yeah. I was kind of like, yeah, please don't send confetti in the card. I was picking it up. I was having to pick it up by hand. Oh, there's another one. But it was full of these little stars. Now they're all in my couch and everywhere, all over the floor. I did vacuum, but there's still some coming out everywhere. All right, so let's get started. And this is so easy. It's going to be a quick video probably. So I had class this morning and we did a paper pumpkin kit from a while back and everybody loved it. I did 8 alternative cards and They were really pretty. I'll bring them, I don't want to ruin the surprise for my Thursday class, so I'll bring them on Thursday to the video. All right, so just make sure when you put this down that it's going the right direction. So we want to make sure these line up, and they do. So we'll put that on the front. At first I was going to punch out like I did the other card, like punch the flower out and then pop that up and then put words differently, but I decided not to do that and just put the words on the front. And we're also using some brand new ribbon. I don't know if you guys noticed this ribbon. It's brand new, and it's going to be in the online exclusives coming out in next week. And there we go. All right, then this folds back like so, and we're going to put our ribbon in. So this is the ribbon here. It's kind of double-sided because one side it's Berry Burst, one side is shiny, and the other side is like dull, kind of matte finish. We're going to wrap this around the inside and get enough to tie a bow. So you want to have it about that long. Hopefully that's long enough. But it's called Berry Burst Shiny Ribbon. That's pretty basic. Berry Burst Shiny Ribbon. That's easy to remember. All right, so we're going to wrap this around. Make sure it's even. Need some more this way. So I was having class this morning, and so the first person shows up, and she's telling me, she's like, oh, I was so upset because I couldn't come to the last class because my husband was having prostate surgery, and you know, he had been diagnosed with cancer and stuff. And I was like, oh, that's awful. Da, da, da. And then the next girl comes in, and I'm kind of like just getting everything out ready for, you know, to start. And so she starts talking about her husband had surgery, and she's like, yeah, and he had to get these wires put in. And I'm just kind of like half listening because I'm like getting everything out of my bucket to use for class. Whoops, this is hard. I need a third finger. And so anyway, she's sitting there and she's like, yeah, and he had to get these wires put in and da da da. And I was sitting there and I said, what? I said, what did he need wires for? And I'm thinking it's the prostate cancer. And so we all started laughing, and Becky, the girl who was in the class, and she's like, oh, he was getting a catheter. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I said, I don't know why I was thinking it was the other one talking, and we were talking about the prostate thing. So we just all started laughing. And I said, okay, I need to pay more attention. I don't know why I can't tie this bow. I need those tweezers. I'm all thumbs today. It's slippery ribbon, that's why. Okay, there we go. All right. Now we're just gonna fix it. This is the hardest part of the whole card, is getting this ribbon. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna have to tack it down with glue dot to get it to stay. It's kind of a little stiff. We're gonna put a glue dot under that though to keep it in the right spot. So that happens like 3 or 4 times. Oh, so then she's talking about, you know, after the prostate cancer, after we stopped laughing, she's talking about, she goes, yeah, the hardest thing is he's going to have to learn how to pee again because I guess it does something to, I don't know, down there. And I said, well, just put some Oreos in the toilet and tell him to aim for it. And the other girl goes, you mean Cheerios? I said, yeah, that's what I meant, Cheerios. I said, man. I said, I'm having a rough morning. So that was an interesting class this morning. Okay, so what we're going to do is this is 6x6. So this works really well if you have 6x6 paper. All right, you're gonna fold this in half. So this is gonna be our inside. So whatever you want for the inside, you get folded on the inside. So you wanna line these up. You could score it if you want to, but you don't have to, and just fold it the other direction. So you're folding it in half, both directions. And make sure it lines up perfectly or it's not gonna work. Then once you get it lined up, give it a good crease. Okay, then you're gonna take it and open it up and you're gonna fold it the opposite direction. So this is gonna be the outside part. You're gonna fold that diagonally. Hold on, I need my glasses. Can't see. Okay, fold that so that meets. And then give that a crease. And then when you turn it back, it just pops and you get it folded like that. So super easy. So you fold it in half, both directions, then flip it over and fold it diagonal. So this is what goes on the inside. So we're gonna put some glue in here first and glue this down. Ooh, that's a lot of glue. All right, so we're gonna glue this down. I put too much. I'm gonna get glue on my fingers. Need to get that up. Okay. All right, we're gonna hold this for a minute. Yeah. Well, if you don't like the new packaging, you can do what I'm doing and just put them back in the cases. And I think they actually have a printable that you can do for the stamp sets to go in those cases. I'm not positive, but I think there is. Okay, so once that's down, we're going to put this in here. And you want to get it centered. So if you have some grid paper, you might want to use that. This is not really grid paper, so it's not going to work, right? But just kind of eyeball it and make sure that nothing's sticking out. Like that. And once you get it where you want it, we're going to put the glue on there. And then we're going to shut it and hold it. Oh, Bina says, fold for explosion. Hot dog, taco. Well, it's really, yeah, it is hot dog, taco. Yeah, you're right. But you got to flip. It's hot dog, flip, taco. hot dog, flip, taco. Cheerios. You know, when they tell little boys to learn how to pee in the toilet, they put Cheerios in the toilet, and then they're like, aim for the Cheerios so they can aim in the toilet instead of everywhere else. You never heard that before? All right, then we're going to turn it over. We're going to put some glue over this side. My glue is coming out like really thick. And hold it. Oh, Carol, your husband's having that too. Yeah, I'm sure it's no fun. Oh, hey, Joan. Good morning from Australia. Okay, so I already stamped the words on this just because it was an accident, and I don't know why. I just was making the sample, and I stamped it twice. And I was like, oh, well, I'll just use it. So there we go. All right, so then we're going to stamp this. Now, remember, when it goes in here, it's diagonal, so you got to stamp diagonally. So I'm using Petunia Pop. And remember, Petunia Pop is an in color that's retiring. So if you like Petunia Pop, you better get it. So all the in colors from 2 years ago are retiring. So that's Petunia Pop, Shy Shamrock, Summer Splash. What are the other ones? Shy Shamrock, Summer Splash, Petunia Pop. I can't remember the other two colors. Oh, yeah, her husband's fine. All right, so there's that. And then we're done with that. I love that color. That's like my favorite color. All right, so then we want this to go over here. So we're going to put, I want it to wrap around. So I'm going to do extra like that. So we want to just glue this down. And I'm going to put some right in the middle. And then put that like right there. Make sure it's straight. And then bring it over here, and then we're going to put some more and just wrap it around. You could just cut it off if you want to, but I think it looks nicer wrapped around. And then do the same thing with this side. And wrap that. Just gives it a nice clean edge. So make sure that's good and stuck, and then glue that on the inside. So that's gonna go right here. Isn't that so pretty? Oh my gosh, love it. You probably could have done that before you glued it down. And then this is gonna go on the front with dimensionals. I must have used my other dimensionals. I don't see any other ones here. And we're going to flip it over and just put it, you don't want to cover these really big flowers, so I would probably say either here or here. I think I'm going to do it, I really like those flowers too. I think I'm going to do it down here. Okay. Then we need some gems. So for gems, I've got these, which are retiring, the low profile sparkle dots. I love these gems. They're probably one of my favorite ones because they're flat, they're sparkly, and I really like them, but I wish they weren't retiring. So we're gonna stick a few of these on. And these are really like pretty peacock, I think, but they kind of go with both of these blues. So I really like them. Put one there. And then wherever you want. There. All right, and then we'll give it a little bit of shimmer. We could put some glitter on this. Love it. That would be pretty, but glitter. I love shimmer and glitter. So there you go. So there's the front, and there's your inside. Isn't that so easy? I love it. So let me let you take a picture of that if you want. Oops. Okay, so card 2. Oh, Peach Pie and Pretty in Pink. Yeah, I don't use those two colors that much. Peach Pie, I rarely use, and Pretty in Pink is not my favorite pink. Really, my favorite pink is this one. And then I love Fresh Freesia and Bubble Bath. All right, so there's those two. And don't forget, if you haven't done a thumbs up for me, go ahead and do a thumbs up and like, share, subscribe, all that stuff to help me out. And so this one we're using Brushed with Beauty, and it's this piece. This piece was the back of that, and I didn't really like that, so I changed it out for that. We've got 4 1/4 by 11 Mossy Meadows, scored at 4 1/4 and 5 1/2. We've got our 4x4 designer paper, and also this piece here, which goes with, let me put these together. These two, and then we've got our 3x3 vanilla for the inside. I didn't cut out the circle for this one yet, so you need a scrap piece, and you need this scrap too for the inside. So this is the scrap for the circle. Okay, so get a screenshot of that. Oh, Cindy, I'm sorry. Everybody say a prayer for Cindy. Done, done, done. Oh my gosh, Robin. Thank you guys so much. All right, so hopefully you got a screenshot of that. I was trying to figure out what I'm going to do on Thursday. I was kind of debating whether to do a video or not because I got a class, then I'm going to see my mother, and then it's like, so I got to make sure I get everything done tomorrow or I won't have time. All right, so for this one, we're going to put this right here. Make sure that's the right direction, and that is the right one. Okay, so that goes like that. Love this paper. It's so pretty. This was probably my favorite pack of paper ever. I loved pretty much every single sheet of paper in this pack. I love it. And then this came out, and this is probably my second favorite color. Pack. Love it, love it. Totally different colors, but just as pretty. But this is my favorite sheet in the whole pack. I could just get a whole pack of just this. Because I've used probably I have about 4 packs of that, and I've used almost all of those pieces. All right, so again, we're going to stamp our words. So this time we're using Mossy Meadow. And I'm going to do, this is my old pad, the So Sorry for Your Loss on the circle. And usually I pop it out first. I don't know why I didn't do that, but. And then we're going to do My Thoughts and Prayers Are With You. Don't forget we got to go diagonally. Ta-da! All right, so there we go. And then, so that's all the stamping. We're doing like minimum stamping lately, aren't we? We're doing a lot of stuff with DSP. All right, so punch that out. And so this is 1 1/2, this is 1 3/4. We're gonna glue these two together. So if you were making a bunch of these, like for a swap or something, they would be easy to do. All right, so there's that. And then we're going to put this on here again, like so. And I think it goes this way. So we just want to put some glue in the middle. Flip it over. Get it straight up and down. And then flip it over. Oops. I got glue. I should have used my silicone pad for that. Put some glue right here. And then just fold it. Oh, I watched a good movie yesterday when I was cutting all my supplies for a class today. Now I can't remember the name of it. I think it was on Amazon. But it's about this girl. She disappears. You know, it shows her like growing up, and then once she gets to high school, all of a sudden she just disappears one day. And at first her dad thinks like she's just, you know, skipped school or something, and then he realizes that she's actually like gone. And I can't remember. She's an Asian girl, and it was really good. But it's one of those like, you kind of think you know who did it, and then you don't. And then at the end, you get like, oh, kind of like one of those movies. But dang, I can't remember what the name of it was. But it was good. You made a pop out with the outside pieces, squares, stamped and colored with color second. That resume folder. Huh. Cute. Okay, so this is going to be our inside, so we're going to fold it. Remember, hot dog, flip, and then taco. So this is hot dog fold because it's long ways like that. And then give it a good press, crease, open it up, fold it again. So it looks like a hot dog bun. That's why. Okay, and then you open it up and you turn it the other way and you fold taco. I never heard that before, but I like that. So this is a taco, and it's Taco Tuesday. I had another funny story, and now I can't remember what it was. Another thing we talked about in class that we were laughing so hard. Pop the middle, and then it all kind of goes together like that. So I don't like this, probably the only piece I don't like in there. So we're gonna go ahead and put our ribbon. Now this time I'm using the, I think this is basic beige. It looks very vanilla, but it's basic beige. I put that in the inside. This is my favorite ribbon probably because it goes with just about everything. We need a little bit more. And it's so easy to tie. Now watch, I'm gonna have a hard time tying it, but I love it. Normally it's pretty easy. All right. So get that together. Let's make sure these are pretty close. Yep. And get this there. I really do need to find that. I bought some of those tweezers, you know, the ones that actually like are reverse kind of tweezers. And I don't know whatever happened to them. All right, so we're gonna tie this in a bow. That one was easier than the other one. I think the other one was just stiff and slippery. Okay, there we go. All right, now we're gonna glue this down. Make sure it's straight. And glue it. Gosh, I still got a little bit too much glue. Okay. I don't know why. This is a brand new glue and it's coming out really fast. Love tacos. I do too. I love tacos, but not like Taco Bell. I like good tacos. Paradise. I don't have Hulu. I went to watch it because I was like, oh, that looks really good. So I went to, you know, my little remote control and I said, Paradise, you know, you can press the voice thing. So it pops up and so I go to watch it and it says, you can only watch it on Hulu or something else. I think there was 2 ways you could watch it. I was like, dang it. I don't have that, so. All right, so this one goes on the inside. Let me go ahead and put this down on the inside too. I think it's easier to glue while it's not on the inside. Okay, so then we're gonna center it again. Just make sure it should fit perfectly in there and none of the corners should be sticking out. All right, so when you got it in there, put the glue on. Make sure it doesn't move. Mine moved a teeny bit. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna need a glue dot for that ribbon too. Stuffed peppers. That sounds good. Question. I ink blended a very light layer of bubble bath. What color am I putting on the next stencil? Bubble bath? I would do either fresh freesia or petunia pop. Or is it just 2 colors? If it's only 2 colors, I'd say bubble bath and either petunia pop or fresh freesia. Or you could use berry burst also. All right, then we gotta put glue dots right under here. And then your bow will stay right there. All right, then we're gonna put some glue on this side and close it. Love this DSP, yeah. Oh yeah, tacos for lunch. Any other color besides Petunia Pop? I would say, yeah, Berry Burst, Fresh Freesia, Petunia Pop. Any of those would be good. What I usually do is get out the cardstock and put the cardstock pieces together and see what colors go together really nicely. All right, then we're gonna put some dimensionals on the back of the words. And for this one, I have some other gems. Where did they go? Oh, here they are. These are new also. So on this one, I think I'm just gonna put it like right, let's put it right there. All right, so these look like they go, but they really are kind of too pinkish, I think. So I actually use these right here, the crumb cake ones. And I think I put one in the center of the flower, and then one there, and then one, let's do that one too. Okay, and we'll give this a little spritz. And there we go. So there's those two. You want to take a picture, and then I'll open it up if you want to take a picture of that. And then, so here's all the ones for today. It's hard to get them all together. All right, so you like those? I thought they were really cute. I know, I love Petunia Pop. Yeah, Jalen, you could do just a darker coat of Bubble Bath, yep. Maybe they'll bring it back, yeah. I love Summer Splash also. It's kind of like Bermuda Bay, you know, a darker version of Coastal Cabana. But, all right, so there's the cards for today. Love them. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget thumbs up. All right, it's time for a joke. I have some quickie jokes today. So they're kind of G-rated. These are good for kids. They're a little corny. They're dad jokes. All right, so I follow this guy on Facebook or something. I think he's something dad jokes. All right, here's the first one. How do they do math on a farm? How do they do math on a farm? With a calculator. C-O-W calculator. Calculator. All right, a recent survey found that 6 out of 7 dwarfs aren't happy. I know these are corny. Why did Dracula take cold medicine? Why did Dracula take cold medicine? To stop his coffin. C-O-F-F-I-N. Coffin. All right. You're at the eye doctor, and the eye doctor says, your test results just came back. And then you ask him, can I see them? And he goes, probably not. This one's cute. What do you call it when James Bond takes a bath? Bubble 07. I know those are kind of corny, but they're still cute. So you can save those and tell them to your grandkids. All right, got cards to give away. And then we are done. Okay, so I've got a couple that have not been claimed yet. And then here's the ones. That one never got claimed, so we're redoing it. All right, so here's the ones for today. Let me put my address here. All right, this is my email, stampgirl2@cox.net. And here we go. Stir these suckers up. All right, first winner is Becky White. Becky White. Next winner is Cheryl Fagan. Cheryl Fagan. Next one is Myra. Myra Kirker. And the last one is Laura Pape. Laura Pape. All right, so those are the winners for today. There's my email. If you win, you just send me an email with your address and I'll send it to you in the mail. And also here is, don't forget the card kit. Here's some more addresses. These are people that need prayers, and if you want to send them a card, that'd be great. And then this is my address if you want to send me a card. And I have a ton of kits. I'm going to show you. Hold on a second. Don't go yet. I got a bunch of kits. All right, so I cut up a ton of kits. So here we go. All right, so we've got Sending Love. I've got 2 of those. And I've got this one, oops, and this one. So this is Brush with Beauty, same paper. And then I've got 2 of these pop-up petals. And I've got a pink napkin kit. I've got a blue napkin kit. And I've got 4 of the pear kits. So I'm running out of room. So there you go. So if you want any of these kits, they're $20 each. They come with a sample in them. And if you buy 3 or more, you'll get a discount. So if you buy 3, I'll give you $5 off. If you buy 4, you get $10 off of the total. So we'll do 3 for $55 or 4 for $70. So just let me know if you want any of these kits. Just send me an email at stampgirl2@cox.net. And I will send them to you. And I will be on Thursday, yeah. All right. Thanks, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video tonight. And have a great next couple days until I see you on Thursday for another fun episode of Stamping with Lisa. And everybody take care. Stay warm if you're still cold. Those of you in Florida, I'm jealous. All right. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.